You asked for part 2, so here's how to prepare spirit, soul, and natural, because praying is not enough. So number 1 is spiritual preparation. Of course, you need a consistent prayer life, not a reactive one. You should not be waiting for something to pop off before you start praying. Now, granted, everything cannot be prayed away. However, you still need to be maintaining a prayer life. You also need to fast intentionally, not because you're scared, but because you're positioning. Okay? Me and some of my friends, even other people that I don't know personally around the world, has been talking about how God has been having them even over the course of years doing different types of fast. And I'm at the point now where honestly, if something popped off and there was a food shortage, I'm so used to fasting that I could use my portions, give it to my family or whatever, and fast for a few days because I've literally built that stamina. Hope that makes sense. And of course, you get so much clarity when you fast. Fasting boosts your immune system. Wink, wink. There are a lot of benefits to fasting. Okay. You also need to know who you are in God before the chaos hits. It's going to get really bad in America. I know America is spoiled and we think nothing can happen to us. We're just untouchable. Okay. I've been prophesying about America for years. And it's one thing to have to deal with other nations because of something you did right and they're getting their lick back. It's a whole nother thing when God pulls his hand back and the judgment of the Lord hits America. Two different things. All right, spiritual preparation. Your nervous system also needs to be regulated enough to actually hear God clearly in crisis. You do not want to go into what is coming with a dysregulated nervous system. I started to make a post today on my social media account saying, hey, shout out to everybody that's remaining calm right now in the midst of everything we're dealing with as a nation, because we stopped procrastinating. We put our mental health first, and peace and calm is now our baseline. So everything that we're seeing, even in the news, guess what? We're seeing it and we're dealing with it from a regulated place. So you need to regulate your nervous system. Now, the soul and inner preparation. You need to heal now while it is quiet enough to do the work. Just like I said, you shouldn't be waiting to pray and fast when stuff pops off. You don't need to wait until everything pops off to say, oh, I need to go heal. Oh, my mental health. Do the work now, okay? Trauma responses will be triggered hard when external pressures hit. You do not want to get to a place where you're like, I can't take it anymore. I'm even hearing delusion. Some of you, if you don't go ahead and deal with your mental health now, you're going to be under a spirit of delusion when this stuff pops off, okay? If you're already in survival mode emotionally, crisis is going to wreck you. Do you all think it is a coincidence that there are trusted prophetic voices right now all talking about survival mode and nervous system healing? Do you all really think that's a coincidence? Or do you all think maybe God is talking to them? I'm listening to this prophet, that prophet, the other prophet, and somehow they're all talking about our mental health, our emotional well-being. They're using the terms survival mode and nervous system healing. Y'all, that's not a coincidence. I can think of about 5 prophets that I actually trust right now that's talking about nervous system healing and survival mode, even in the midst of the prophetic words they release. Okay, this is not a coincidence. If you haven't gotten my lead magnet, it's not your faith, it's your nervous system. I recommend that you download that. If you are serious about healing your nervous system and coming out of survival mode, you need to join my Clarity Reset. Okay, and then there's the natural preparation. You need to build or diversify your income now. On my main channel, the Healing Suite, which is tagged in my bio, I just released a video about another dream I had concerning major layoffs. And I know we're seeing that now, but it's going to get worse. You go watch the video. Don't think that because you've been with the company 20, 30, 40 years, that's going to keep you covered. Okay, so that's another word I released. I just didn't put it on this channel. Make sure you go watch that, but you need to build or diversify your income now. Also, stock up on essentials. Do not go crazy. Don't go crazy. Just stock up on things like water, of course, canned goods, medications that you need. Make sure you have some cash on hand. Things like that. Beans, rice. What else holds? I'm not good at this. I don't know, but y'all know, stock up on essentials. All right. Also, know your neighbors. Community will matter. I released a word about this, I don't know what year, about how things were going to get so bad that different religions were even going to come together and they were going to need each other in order to survive. So you don't need to be looking down on people just because they serve another God. I mean, I believe I serve the true and living God, pointblank.com. But you can't be looking down on other people or treating them bad just because they have different spiritual beliefs, because I'm telling you, you're going to need them to survive. And if I'm not mistaken, in that dream I had years ago, it was like a Buddhist. It was like Buddhists coming together with Christians, just all type of religions. But Community is going to matter, okay? You also need to have a physical plan for your household that will look different for everybody, but you need to have some type of emergency plan. And you all know what I said in the first video. All right, you need to get licensed to carry if God leads you and it's legal in your state, that should be legal in every state, right? Unless you're like a felon or something. I don't know. Go to the range, get your license. Me and like two of my friends, God has been dealing with us for years regarding getting pum-pums, stocking up ammunition. Someone made a comment under the video saying they were at the range, and I think the ammunition was either low or out. I've been hearing that for like the last 2 or 3 years, how they're running out of ammunition. Y'all think that's a coincidence? So, of course, preparation is going to look different for everybody. Here are just a few things. I'm just giving you a few things that you can do in order to prepare, all right? One thing I keep coming back to is this. You cannot prepare your household if your nervous system is stuck in survival mode. You'll panic, you'll freeze, you will make decisions from fear instead of faith. This is exactly why I made my free resource. It's not your faith, it's your nervous system. The link is in my bio. Go get it before you need it. I want you to comment ready if you are taking preparation seriously. Another thing that just came to me, I don't know if you all think about stuff like this, stocking up on feminine items, tampons, pads, stuff like that, soap, body wash, that just came to me. All right, so stock up. Don't go crazy, but stock up. So yeah, comment ready down below if you're taking this preparation seriously. Also, share this video with someone who needs to hear it.